This is Harold Dempsey with another Harold's Helpful Hints. Today's episode, preparing your BCS tractor. So we're in the full-time gardening now, so we're going to take and go over a little preventive maintenance here. We need to check the engine oil on this one first. This has got a place on each side to check the engine oil. Take this here out. It is full. Next thing we'll do is check air filter. Make sure that it's not dusty and dirty. They will do that. This unsnaps, lifts off. Here's your air filter. It does have a foam filter plus a cartridge type air filter. If the foam filter is dirty and the cartridge looks good, you can take the foam filter. If your wife doesn't care if you bring it in and get some Dawn dish soap or something like that, and you can take and wash it out and dry it out with some paper towel and put it back on there if it's dirty. And then put it back in, lock it up. Look over the unit, make sure there's no bolts or anything loose, because these things do take a beating as far as the vibration in that. This here's pneumatic tires, so make sure you don't have flat tires on it. They will pull a lot better if it's got some air in the tires, so make sure it's a tire easier to control as well. So make sure your tires has got air in them. This fuel tank on this one here does have a fuel gauge in it. Plus, this particular unit has a screen that's in the tank. That's to keep debris out of that tank. So we notice a lot of people will throw those away. Keep that in there to catch that debris so it's not getting in your fuel tank, plugging up the fuel line on that. There we took and checked the oil, made sure the air filter's clean, got gas in it, the tars is up. There's a lot of tillers that does have a gauge for the transmission to check the level of the fluid. You can check it. Make sure your cables and all that is all in good working order. And then come back to the tines. We're going to look there in such a way that make sure that there's no debris in the tines. Rope, twine, a lot of weed buildup if you've been tilling in real high weeds. Rocks can get stuck if they're big enough. They get stuck in between the tines. So make sure that there's no rocks or any of that in there. Make sure that your height, your depth adjustment goes up and down. If it doesn't want to move very well, you can spray a little bit of lubricant on there so it will move freely up and down. I think once you take and check everything like that, you should be able to garden without having too much trouble. So you can get through the year and enjoy what vegetables come out of your garden. Join me next time for another Harold's Helpful Hints.